So this is Andrew throwing, and if I had to guess, he probably plays a lot of back catcher, and he's probably the quarterback on the football team. He throws with that type of arm action. Quarterbacks don't get all extended and back. They got to get a quick release, just like catchers throwing to second base. And he has that arm action developing now, and that's an okay thing as far as when he's executing it in a game. But at this age, at 8 years old, who knows where he's going to wind up. He seems like a baseball smart kid, so I wouldn't be surprised if he stays at catcher, but that could take its toll on his knees and things like that. So keeping all options open, and most importantly, just simply in caring for the arm. When he's playing catch, as far as building arm strength, he's not building as much arm strength as he can right now because he's throwing as a classic short armor. You see when he takes it back, his hands separate with the thumbs down, which is correct, but he does not achieve extension and back. He gets it back and kind of throws it like a guy throwing a dart, or a catcher throwing to second, quarterback throwing a short pass. And so what we're going to work on with him is trying to achieve a little bit of extension and back, getting the hand on top of the ball. And when he winds up pitching or playing third base or the outfield, that's the arm action he will want to use. But more importantly, back to his arm care. For the sake of his elbow, for the sake of building arm strength, you want him playing catch with a longer extension and back, and that will help him develop arm strength faster. When he goes into that catcher position, yeah, he can throw like that if that's the way he's more efficient and quicker getting at the second base. So I'm going to get one of the kids to film, and I'm going to talk this through with him right now. So what we're talking about with Andrew is a little bit more arm extension in the developing arm strength category, and most importantly in the category of not trying to get an elbow or injury early in his life. When he separates, he tends to separate palms down, so that's perfect. And then he kind of comes straight up to here, like a dart thrower, or more like a quarterback throwing a sharp pass, or a catcher throwing to second. And you probably play a lot of catcher. Okay, he plays a lot of catcher, so that's a normal arm action for a catcher. But as far as playing everyday games of catch, as far as playing third base or pitching or who knows where he's going to wind up, he's not going to catch every single game the rest of his life. When he separates, put the hands right here. What I like to see is, instead of from here to here, I'd like to see a little more extension in the back, kind of a rhythmic. And now back here, okay, he's got extension. The extension, by the way, when you're coaching him, Alex, is not that. That is not extension. You always want a slight bend in the elbow, okay? This is what he wants to achieve. Kind of a T formation, slight bend in the elbow, and most importantly, hand on top of the ball. Okay? He'll finish now, boom, boom, and it's one smooth elliptical delivery, and you'll find that his elbow is going to be at the release point, shoulder height, or perhaps a tad a bit shoulder height. So now face him for a second. That's when you're watching him release the ball. That's about what you should see. A 90 degree here and a 90 degree here. A little bit more is fine. A little bit above the shoulder is fine, and a little bit out here is fine. Not down here, certainly not in here, okay, but out here. So that's what you'll be looking for when you watch him from this angle, or when you watch him, so if he swings straight at you, so step with your left foot towards the camera. That's what you're looking for, something like that. And from the side, when he's pitching that way, you want to see extension and back, boom, hand on top of ball. He really wants to short arm. He won't even let me pull it back that far, okay? That's not how he made that throw as a catcher, because a catcher, that just makes a longer throw to second. But when he's playing catch, building arm strength, this is what you want to achieve right here. Okay?